time for another episode of the 12-Man Fan Jam Show, a show made by 12s from around the world for 12s from around the world. I'm Mosette, and here's your host, and my dad, the self-appointed Reverend Moses of the St. Paul Allen Church of Seahawk Positivity.
Yes, welcome everyone to special episode 1122 of your 12-Man Fan Jam Show, the at Cardinals edition, as your Seattle Seahawks get ready to take on those Arizona Cardinals. So do us all, please, a big favor. Fasten your safety belt, put your tray in the upright position, put your seats in the full upright position, bring your arms and legs inside the podcast at all times. And what can I tell you, when it comes to beating the Seahawks, I'm sorry, Arizona, it's just not in the cards. See what I did there?
Yeah, never gets old.
Never gets old, and we'll continue. I am your self-appointed Reverend Moses of the St. Paul Allen Church of Seahawk Positivity. This is the 12-Man Fan Jam Show posse. Over there is Dustin. Hi, Dustin. How are you?
Hey, good. How are you doing?
Real good. What's new? Anything exciting?
No, Zach's back to Germany now. Yeah, that's about it, really. Back to work. I mean, just finished the second day of a 6-day, 10 hours a day work week.
Oh,
so,
right in the middle of it. We got you to talk about Seahawks.
Yep. So yeah, that's all I got going on. Work now.
All right. And over there is Will. Hi, Will.
Hi, Moses. How are you?
Good. Who's your little friend there?
Oh, well, you know, the roommate decided to stop in and grace me with her
presence. You big sweetie. She's like, I did not sign any confidentiality papers to be on this show.
So happy.
Yeah.
Oh, April. How are you and April doing?
Hanging in there.
You went to the Kraken that ice thing.
With the sticks.
With the sticks, yeah.
the Winter Classic on Monday. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Outdoor hockey, and then I went to the game last night, and then Bowie came by my section and rubbed my head for good luck. So.
Nice. Matt would be very, very pleased, I'm sure.
It's catching on, I guess. You know?
I think it is.
This is pure luck right here.
There you go, ladies.
Bowie must watch the show.
Rub that head, ladies. All right. And that over there is my son, Little Mo. Hi, Little Mo.
How's it going?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm living my best life.
Living the best life. What are we watching tonight? Always watching sports while we're doing this.
The NBA.
The NBA. We're over.
Knicks versus 76ers.
Knicks and 76ers. The NBA. Yeah. Now, Dustin's a little not tall enough to be in the NBA, so he's a little bitter. But
that's why.
Yeah,
that's right.
Matt,
I'm taller than Muggsy Bogues.
That's true. Matt is not with us tonight. Something was said about His Majesty's Secret Service, and he disappeared. So I don't know if he's doing some James Bond thing or not, but I'm sure he's saving his country from some evil that lurks. And while
probably
he does
more like
that,
a sword and a stone type situation, I'm sure.
Probably. And while he does that, we'll press on here with our show. Let's see how the show is actually run. All right, 12-Man Fan Jam Show format. This show is run just like a real NFL football game. We have 4 quarters and a halftime. First quarter, Will's going to catch us up on any news we may have missed during the week. In the second quarter, we'll talk about that game between the Seahawks and the Steelers from last week. Seahawks lose at home and now have to get some help to get in the playoffs this week. At halftime, it is the best Seahawks-themed trivia game on the internet. 12-Man Fan Jam Show halftime trivia
of the world.
Last week's winner was who was last week's
Little
winner?
Mo.
Little Mo.
Me.
Was it?
He prices right at everybody.
He prices right everybody and got it. That's right.
That's right.
Yeah, because y'all were over because it was like
this was like
1,000.
Yeah, they're like 200,000 to 11,000.
There's a lot of math happening.
No, not a lot of good math happening, but there was some math happening. Quarter 3 and 4, we talk about the upcoming game between the Seahawks and the Cardinals. We have game info. We'll have a sermon, a Seahawk positivity injury report. We'll have Brick's picks, and we'll put all that fun together. Give you predictions, prognostications, and game balls for that game between your Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals coming up. We like to remind you that we are infested all over the interwebs for you to enjoy if you so desire. We are, of course, we have a Facebook page, 12-Man Fan Jam Show. Facebook page. Some fun stuff coming up in the off season. You might want to join, even though the game day threads are great as well, but some other stuff. We are on X or Twitter at 12 Man Fan Jam Show. The YouTube channel is Seahawk Positivity. You can find all our old channels, our old visions, our old show, our old outtakes, and of course TikTok at 12 Man Fan Jam Show. And you can email us at 12manfanjamshow@gmail.com. Now, usually this is when I go in the news, but I got a little bit of house cleaning I want to do, just so you all know what's going on.
And do that before the show.
Yeah, well, I shouldn't have house cleaning. Upcoming episodes, we are at the end of the season, and there is a chance that the Seahawks will not make the playoffs. If that is the case, regardless, our next show, 11/23 will be recorded that next Friday, the 12th of January, released on the 13th of January, regardless. From this point forward, if the Seahawks play, we will go nonstop until the week after they're done. So if they go to the playoffs, we'll have a playoff edition, and then we'll have an edition afterwards. We'll keep going until they lose, and if they lose, we'll go the week after. From that
if they don't lose, damn.
Then we go all the way to this show, which is the finale, which is February 16th. The finale will be February 16th, regardless of what happens. So if they don't make the playoffs, the next week is our last show for a while. The reason we do that is I like to finish the season at the end of the Super Bowl. It's a week after the Super Bowl. And, of course, that's where we have our awards, our fan jammies. Those will be nominated next week. Or, no, I won't say that. Those will be nominated the last episode after the Seahawks lose. We'll have our nominations. We're going to put them up on Facebook page so you can vote for them. And we'll talk about them that last episode before the finale. So when if the Seahawks lose, that show after they lose would be when we do that. So just a little bit of housekeeping for all of you. And now it's time to go to Will and the news. All right, Will, what you got for us?
Well, Moses, it's a shame that Matt isn't here because my first story concerns Aaron Rodgers.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, we make a lot of fun, poke a lot of fun at Aaron Rodgers on this show, but he may have gotten himself in too deep this time.
Indeed.
Anyway, he was on the Pat McAfee show last week, and they were discussing the Epstein list. Of course, the list of clients at Epstein's Island who were doing some really creepy stuff. You've all heard of it.
Yes.
And of course, Rodgers said there's a lot of people, including Jimmy Kimmel, really hoping that doesn't come out. Well, yep. Jimmy Kimmel was not happy about it. ABC was upset. Pat McAfee backed away from Rodgers' comment, tried to excuse it a bit as, quote, shit talk, unquote. And apologized for his role in the situation. Well, Epstein's list did come out, at least partially. I don't know. Jimmy Kimmel is not on it. So Rodgers' comments could be considered defamation.
Oh my.
Which means he could be in hot water. ESPN released a statement on Friday saying from Senior VP of Digital and Studio Production, Mike Foss, quote, Aaron made a dumb and factually inaccurate joke about Jimmy Kimmel. The show will continue to evolve. It wouldn't surprise me if Aaron's role evolves with it. So Pat McAfee has apologized. Rodgers is scheduled to be on the show again next Tuesday. We'll be interested to see where he goes from here because it could land him in some serious legal problems.
But it's also getting McAfee some solid ratings for next Tuesday.
Oh,
let's not kid each other here. I mean, McAfee feels bad about it, but he'll take the ratings on Tuesday.
Why the hell are they talking about the Epstein thing on ESPN? Pat McAfee show.
Yeah, I thought that was weird.
Like, why is that even brought up to begin with?
Yeah, and why
Aaron Rodgers?
But why the thing with Jimmy Kimmel? Is there?
What did Jimmy Kimmel do? Get his name thrown in.
He's one of the guys who's not anti-vax and promoted that kind of thing and kind of completely against everything Aaron Rodgers is standing for at the moment. So
probably mocked, probably did jokes about Aaron Rodgers.
How dare him?
I know.
That's his show.
Just horrible.
Yeah. Well, that's too bad.
I mean, it doesn't surprise me that he likes to spread misinformation, kind of like his, his buddy, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
Who, Aaron Rodgers' buddy?
Uh-huh.
Are you saying that Aaron's spreading misinformation about something that Matt may be talking about?
He's spreading something.
Ooh.
I don't know. We know where he was January 6th.
Okay. Now I get it. Somebody's got to throw those darts of rocks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It doesn't surprise me. That's what he stands for.
No, maybe we'll see. Will, what else you got for us?
Well, Moses, sometimes you just got to give credit where credit is due, and credit is due to Rams rookie receiver Puka Nacua.
True.
Who lit us up opening week and has been doing the same to the entire league all year. In fact, with 29 receiving yards this Sunday, he's going to set the record for the most receiving yards from any rookie in NFL history.
Wow.
A record set by Bill Groman in 1960 when he played for the Houston Oilers in the AFL.
We all know Bill Groman.
Oh,
the Groster, they called him. The Groster, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Well, he gained 1,473 receiving yards in 1960. Did almost as well in 61, but then injuries cut short his career. However, even if Nacua does beat his record of total receiving yards, his per game average of 105.4 yards per game will last until a rookie gets to nearly 1,800 receiving yards in his first NFL season. So Nakua's getting one record, but Groman's going to hang on to the next one. And
the thing about the Grocer, do what?
Hat tip to Nacua, 5th round pick, done very well.
Absolutely. You know what happened to the Grocer? He got hurt. He pulled his groin. Pulled it right off. Holy cow. No.
These things
also,
happen.
In that same draft, they drafted the running back, Kyron Williams, who also made the Pro Bowl, and he's the running back for the Rams. I think it was a 5th round or 4th round. It was a late pick. And he made the Pro Bowl this year, and he's been really good. So
the lesson here is we always talk about the Rams, running out of cap space and losing their money. They've still got a pretty darn good front office.
Yeah, that is for sure.
It's also nice to see that we weren't the only team that struggled against Puka.
Yes, that was good to see. Absolutely, because I think we were all screaming about Puka Nacua. Who the heck is that? Well, now we know. So,
knowing a couple times.
No, he's half the battle. But well, congratulations Nacua, and congratulations the other guy from the Oilers, 1960. Until he pulled his groin off, but we won't talk about that. Thank you, Will, for the news.
Anytime, Moses.
And that's the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter, bitches.
All right, we have a lot more coming up, especially about that last game of the season, regular season, Seahawks, Cardinals, Sunday. But before we do that, we're going to have to look back at that game against the Steelers in the last home game, unfortunately. And we'll do that grudgingly, but we will do it right after this quarter. Sorry.
And he broke another tackle.
You are watching the 12-Man Fan Jam Show, a Seahawk Positivity production.
That's the fact, Jack!
It's the second quarter.
Welcome back to the second quarter of your 12-Man Fan Jam Show. I'm Moses, but usually I sound not like Bill, like Harry Carey. Little Mo dared me to do this, so I'm going to do it. There's Little Mo, there's Will, there's Dustin. You can see him. And it's the second quarter. We're going to talk about that game last week between the Seahawks and the Steelers. Holy cow. 23-30. Dustin, what happened? Okay, I'm done.
I'll tell you what didn't happen. Run defense.
Not at all. 200 yards rushing.
Yeah, it looked like a bunch of little kids out there trying to tackle their older brother, just bouncing off of them left and right. It was ridiculous. If you cannot tackle, you cannot win football games, period. And there was no effort there except for a couple of plays where you're like, man, they've tried. Like Bobby gave it his all on one of them on the goal line, stopped him. Then you had the another play where they got in there and scored a touchdown, and you see Reek Wolin just kind of watching, stepping back away from the scrum. Actually, like, what in the hell are you doing? Put your nose in there, get shoulder pads in there. You want to win this game or not? Because nobody's showing nobody on that defense and the way they're tackling is showing like they want to win. Terrible angles, just trying to strip the ball. Nobody's putting shoulder pads in anybody's guts and knocking them on the ground. Nobody's doing any of that.
Yeah, Little Mo thought what 20 missed tackles, Little Mo, is that what you heard?
Yeah, I think it was yeah.
On which
quarter.
play?
Yeah, that was the first quarter, right?
Which play is right? No, I agree with you, Dustin. I think we need to talk about that coming up. The missed tackles, I want to talk about a little bit as well, because I throw a debate question out for you guys, but that's part of it. Yeah, a lot of missed tackles. Yeah, because I'll just say it now. Missed tackles is that coaching?
No,
because they're in position for the play.
No, you can. I mean, yeah, if you can put your hands or your shoulder pads on somebody, and you're not making the tackle, you're just not making football plays. You're not being aggressive.
And at this point in their career, they probably should know how to tackle.
Yeah, if you're a professional NFL athlete, tackling should be something that you should be able to do, especially if you're on the defense. Right. That is part of the game. You know how to wrap up. You know how to take somebody down. You know how to drive your legs. If you're not doing it, that's not coaching. That's effort. Maybe it's the coach's fault for not getting them fired up. I don't know.
And I feel like the only player that showed emotion on defense was Witherspoon.
Yeah.
Nobody else was showing emotion.
Nobody.
Yeah. You have to play defense with emotion. You have to.
You have to play games with emotion.
Get physical. Yeah. Well, the offense, you got to be more calculated and calm, and you have to be cool under pressure. The defense, you can go out there just wilding out.
I mean, that's what made the Legion of Boom. That's what made Legion of Boom. I mean, they were out there dancing and screaming and flying around. I mean, that's great defenses.
Having fun, not
having
these
fun.
Guys are playing tentative, like they're afraid to make a mistake.
Flat.
Like, well, if you know your assignment and you're an elite athlete, you know how to play. You know what you're supposed to do. Just go out there and do it.
Especially in a game that is pretty much playoff game. You're gonna if you win this game, you're in really good shape to make playoffs. There's something at stake here. This is not we're 4-12 finishing the season. There's something at stake here, but I never felt in that game at all that team felt like there was something at stake. Never.
Yeah. The offense, they played well enough to win. They had plays. They put up some points.
Yeah.
The defense didn't bother to show up.
And how many times have we said the offense played well enough to win, defense didn't show up?
Yeah.
We've said that the other way around too.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I agree. Will, something you want to add?
Well, you know what? They just flat out kicked our ass. I mean, we were physically dominated that entire game. They were running through us. They were overpowering us. They had our number. 10 years ago, we did that to other teams.
I said that
we beat the snot out of anybody who came into that stadium, win or lose. And we've gone from being the bully to the 98-pound weakling. Teams push us around. Teams dominate us. Teams run through our tackles. And that, to me, is the more frustrating thing. If we had played a solid game with some back and forth and Pittsburgh had found a way to win, you know what? Fine, whatever. But to go out there and just get so thoroughly humiliated again this year, I mean, the score was a lot closer than the Thanksgiving game against the 49ers or the road game against Baltimore. But I mean, it had to the offense playing better. But yeah, it didn't feel like it. It never felt like we were going to take control of that game because we were getting pounded every single play. And that to me, it really was disappointing.
I put that on the game day thread. I said, remember when we used to beat up teams? Now I know how it feels.
Mm-hmm. And here's another frustrating thing is, listen, Najee Harris and Warren are great running backs, but it's not like we were going against Derrick Henry or Christian McCaffrey or one of these top running backs.
We couldn't tackle those guys either.
Well, yeah. But I'm just saying, it wasn't like it was a top running back in the NFL.
We made those guys like Earl Campbell and Bo Jackson.
in a situation where we know that they're going to, we want Rudolph to throw the ball. We want to stop. Everyone in the stadium knew that they had to run to win, and they did. And 200 yards, we knew, everybody in the world knew to beat them, you make Rudolph beat you. He didn't have to.
To Rudolph's credit, though, that on that one last drive, throws that 40-yard pass when we got a shot at getting him off the field. So he stepped up when they needed him to.
He did. But going into that game, I think if you said, we gave up 200 rushing yards, you're going to say we lost, because that's just it's just inexcusable.
Well, you give up 200 rushing yards to anybody, you're probably
gonna win.
Pretty much. Little Mo, what have we missed? Anything?
No.
All right.
Tackles.
Okay, so tackles. Missed tackles.
Yes,
We've kind of talked about how missed tackles may not be coaching, but maybe just.
I know. Hold on, real quick. I'm actually talking not tackles, but like offensive tackles. I think they played pretty well, all things considered, against T.J. Watt.
They did.
T.J. Watt didn't take over the game as I thought he could have with a backup tackle in for the second half.
Yeah.
So.
And they've done that all year, really. Guys that we thought were going to be off, be dominating. They got their plays in, but they got it late in the fourth, it felt like. Guys like Myles Garrett and T.J. Watt and Micah Parsons felt like they were kind of held off.
Like when it was still in Forsyth, I'm like, he's going to give up 4 sacks. But he did fine. I mean,
he did fine. He really did do fine. I agree with you. I'm glad you brought that up.
Did a good job of getting the ball out.
Yes.
He was moving so well in the pocket.
Yeah.
Great in the pocket.
This was definitely one of Geno's better games.
Absolutely.
That touchdown pass in the second quarter, maybe the best throw I've ever seen him make. I mean, that window was this big, and he just threw.
Yeah, he looked much better. The offense, we should talk about that. Yeah, the offense.
Making throws with people in his face, and stuff that I don't see him do a lot. These throws moving up in the pocket and getting hit while throwing, still throwing an amazing.
This offense showed glimpse of what I thought we were going to have with Geno coming off a Pro Bowl year. I didn't expect him to be the same, but I expect him to be functional and above average. And
he's an alternate.
And with the running backs being who they were, and having JSN and DK and Lockett on the outside and the 3 tight ends, this showed glimpses of what this offense could be the last couple games. And it's too bad because, again, we can never get both of them on the same page. The offense is really good. The defense is subpar. The defense is really good. The offense is subpar. We've never gotten this. It's always been this. And it's too bad because both sides have shown that if they could work together, good things might happen. Something I want to close this out with is this. I hate to be this way. This is a Seahawk Positivity channel. I'm the Reverend of Seahawk Positivity.
Ooh, this will be good.
But if I had to describe that game in one word for the Seahawks, I would say flat. Deadpan, flat. No emotion, no urgency. It should be like a playoff game. I didn't feel like it was a playoff game. Like we said, Devin Witherspoon showed the only emotion out of 53 players. I don't know if that's the coach's job. I don't know if they're tired of hearing the same message over and over. I don't know if they're not buying in the program or whatever. So what do you guys think is the reason? I'm going to start with Will. I don't know if you agree with me or not, but I just feel like they were flat. And if they are, how do we fix that?
No, I actually had a different word that starts with F that came to mind.
Fun.
Yeah. That's it.
Fabulous.
But no, I mean, like you said, they come out and lay an egg in what's essentially a playoff game.
Yeah.
And I think that is coaching to an extent. I think it's everything. I mean, you got players that just aren't stepping up. You got coaches that just this team. Coming into this earlier this season, I honestly thought this team was a franchise quarterback away from making another Super Bowl run.
Yeah, I think we all did.
Even with all the talent on this roster, now I'm just starting to wonder if what this team really is capable of. Is this as good as it's going to get, even with guys who should be playing a lot better? So there's something really wrong with this team right now. And maybe it does. Maybe the fish does rot from the head. Maybe it's just Pete Carroll's thing isn't working anymore.
I don't know. I'm definitely not advocating any changes of any kind. I'm just curious as to what you guys would think. And if you agree with me, it should have been a playoff atmosphere. Should have been a playoff. The team, we should have looked at the team and said, man, it's a playoff game. You can tell by the way they're acting. You could never guess that. And that bothers me because that's what got the other teams the emotion.
Do I get an answer?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
I think it's because we don't have a true leader on the team.
Okay.
Who are we gonna say is the true leader of the whole team? Like,
I agree.
You know, Russell was when he was there. He was the captain. We don't have the captain of the whole team. You know, Gino's not it. Lockett's not it. You know, you think of some veterans. You know, Bobby is not it. I'm sorry, but it's not. Jamal Adams, he don't play, so he don't count for nothing. So you look, if you look at the team, do we have a leader? And I just don't think we have a leader on the team.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right.
I think that has something to do with it.
I think it's a big part of it.
I was thinking along the same lines as Little Mo there, because like I said, X's and O's coaching wise, you can put them in position to make plays all day long, set them up for success.
Mhm.
If they're not out there setting the tone and making it happen, they're not gonna succeed. And we don't have a tone setter right now.
Yeah.
We don't have. I remember story Richard Sherman had told about I don't remember if it was practice or a game or whatnot, but Cam Chancellor just lit somebody up, and it was the rookie year for Sherb, and he's like, "Oh, this is how we're doing it. this is how we're doing it."
Right.
So,
Right.
I mean, Cam's out there setting the tone, hitting people, leading by example, making plays, and it was contagious.
Yes.
It went out
like
to everybody. We don't have anybody doing that.
The Legion of Boom documentary thing they did on YouTube. Clay Faithful talked about his first practice as a Seahawk, and he was like, you know, they were trash talking, you know, fighting back and forth, and he was kind of the same thing. He was like, okay, well, we're doing it. This is how we're doing it. Yeah. You know, I think Witherspoon could be the future leader of this team, just his attitude.
But not as a rookie, but yes.
Yeah, it's too much to put on a rookie, but yeah,
no,
I can see
agree.
it. I can see it in another year or two. Definitely.
Yeah. But I think it comes to quarterback. I just don't think Gino can be a leader on a team. Yeah, and I think that's what we need.
That's true for the offense. The defense is a different story though altogether. And that's where I've seen most of the problems. The offense is functional a lot of times, and they play well enough a lot of times to win. The defense is just lifeless. They're emotionless. They don't have, like I said, the tone setter. They need a defensive tone setter who goes out there, makes plays, and holds people accountable.
Yeah.
Like if somebody's out there, they're not making a tackle. Like if Reek Woolen, did what he did, and he had a defensive captain come up and grab by the face mask, I mean, you need to get your ass in there and help us make these plays. They need somebody like that to hold them accountable. Like if you don't want to play, get your ass off the field. We'll find somebody who steps in that wants to play.
One prediction I will make, we're going to see a surprise cut or trade or something from some of these guys. We're gonna ship out a player or two who has not been building up the rest of this team.
Yeah. Why are you talking about Jamal Adams?
Possibly. It could be Jamal Adams. It could be somebody we wouldn't even think of right. But
I don't think Jamal's going to be there one way or another.
I think an example is going to be made of somebody after this season.
Kind of like when they cut Bobby Wagner. That was kind of an example. Oh, Richard Sherman with the 49ers when he went to the 49ers. Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We still have plenty of football left. We have a game left and more, hopefully. So, but yeah, I agree with Will. I think we're going to see some changes in something. If not in coaches, then in personnel, I think we will for sure. So, but let's not worry about that. It's not the end of the season yet. We got a game coming up. We do have to also go through, unfortunately for this game, it's time to go through the posse prediction.
Oh, dear.
I did good.
Fun. All right, posse prediction challenge. Let's get through this, shall we? Little Mo 31-21. It was 30-23 the other way, but that's pretty good. Jimmy had 23 points for the Seahawks, so yeah, hooray for Jimmy. No prognostications, which is weird. They were available, but nobody got in. Of course, no game balls. The over and under was over, so 3-3 there, which means your scores for this week look like this. Jimmy at 3, Little Mo at 2, Will, Jose, Mike, Chris, and Statsman Mark all at 1. Going into the final regular season game, Jimmy has a 4-point lead over you, Will, but you're closing in.
I can take him.
You can take him. Chris, Andy, Becky, Maddie jumped up there. Mike, Moses, Sassy, Mark, Dustin, Jose, and Little Mo is only a point out. Everything's
I can
very
smell
close.
you, Josie and Dustin.
As we get to the final, which means, they widened the gap again, y'all. 140 to 121. It's almost 20 points. I don't think we got much of a
Still
chance.
enough time.
Play time. And it'll play time for us to talk about that next week. But right now, it's time to go to halftime.
Holy shit, it's halftime!
It is time to put the game aside with the Steelers and talk about the Cardinals coming up. We have all kinds of fun stuff. We got injury report. We got a sermon of Seahawk positivity. We got predictions, prognostications, and game balls about that game. But before we do all of that, it is halftime. And with halftime on this show comes the best Seahawk-themed halftime trivia game on the internet. 12-Man Fan Jam Show, halftime trivia.
Of the world.
And that will be right after this. Don't you go changing.
You are watching the 12-Man Fan Jam Show, a Seahawk Positivity production.
If there's a better use for the internet, I haven't found it.
Yes, welcome to America's favorite Seahawk-themed trivia game on the internet, 12-Man Fan Jam Show halftime trivia.
Of the world!
The game that challenges both the posse and those watching and listening to this show. If you are watching the show, the questions will come up in the lower left-hand corner for you to take part in as well. Feel free to take part and let us know how you do if you do join us. The contestants for the show are Little Mo, Will, and Dustin. Here are the rules. Each of you will have 2 rounds of questions. Each question is worth a point. If those first 2 rounds of questions you want me to remove a wrong answer during your question, I can do that, but only once in the 2 rounds. Then there will be a final question worth 2 points. And if there's a tie after that, there'll be a double secret probation overtime question where the winner will be crowned 12-Man Fan Jam Show halftime trivia champion of the world and also of episode 1122. So, Little Mo, you won last week. The questions are the Cardinals. You went number 1. 2 or 3, Dustin?
2.
And 3 for Will. All right. As usual, there is a question about the Cardinals and the Seahawks together. And then there's one that, well, not quite. All right.
Yeah.
Little Mo, your question is between the Seahawks played the Cardinals, Arizona 2016. How many turnovers did the Cardinals have in that game? 1, 2, or 3?
That's a game that Showman tore his Achilles.
I don't know.
All right, cool.
Very possibly.
No, he tore his Achilles the year after. It was 2017.
Okay.
2.
That's why Will's on the show. Did you say 2?
Yeah.
All right. No, it's 3.
I said 3.
Oh, okay. You got it. Hey, Dustin.
1, 2, 5. 3, sir.
You said 3. Holy hand grenade. Dustin.
Yeah.
Seahawks played the Cardinals in 2010. How many touchdown passes did Matt Hasselbeck have in that game? 1, 2, or 3?
I know what this means. Big. This means Will gets the other question.
It does.
Well, aren't you smart?
Yeah. I will also say 2.
He will also say 2.
Oh, twinsies.
He's also 1. Twinsies, you're both wrong.
Yep.
1. All right,
Little.
look. I put Will.
Little Will.
Little Will.
Little Will. Little Mo.
It's his rap name.
There you go, Little Will. Yeah, baby.
Little Will, ye in the house. Yeah, boy. Will. Arizona is among a small group of U.S. states that start and end with the same letter. How many other states, not including Arizona, have that same feature? Start and end with the same letter. How many states in the United States have that same thing?
Oh,
besides
man.
Arizona, not including
Geography.
Arizona.
Well,
I couldn't tell you a second one off the top of my head.
well, there's
I know.
Ohio.
Ohio. That's the only one I knew.
Oh, there you go.
Shoot. At least one. Alabama. That's 2.
Ooh. Is there a shot clock?
No.
Oh, I just thought of a third. Sorry.
Okay, 3.
Alaska.
There we go. 3.
Dustin,
Sorry, it was, yeah.
we're gonna have a meeting after this show.
He already wins a lot. Why you gotta help him more?
I was just proud of myself.
Congratulations, yes. There are 3.
Dustin, high five.
Yeah.
All right, Dustin. Wow.
He was
All
so
right.
proud of himself.
He
too.
was. It's like, hey, I just thought of another one.
Oh man.
All right.
I did it.
Well, Will, you get to answer question 4, 5, or 6.
We'll do 4.
All right. Little Mo, 5 or 6.
5.
And Dustin gets 6.
I'm just gonna answer everybody's question.
Why not?
Instead of asking the kids, can we ask Dustin?
Yeah,
you-
no doubt.
Are you smarter than Dustin? All right. All right. Question 4, Will and Dustin. When the Seahawks played the Cardinals in Arizona in 2018,
You're right,
How
they
many-
did.
how many times was Russell Wilson sacked in that game? 1, 2, or
76.
3?
Trick question. There was no Russell Wilson.
There very much was.
Nice try.
It was all smoke and mirrors.
Yeah.
Take one away.
All right, it's either 1 or 2.
Well, glad I did that. I was gonna guess 3. I will go with 2.
You go 2. Dustin, you want to help him out, or are you all right?
Well, I can say that everybody that said 2 so far tonight has been wrong. So there's that.
He's right.
Oh, that.
Of course.
Of course. Go figure. All right.
Yeah.
Question 5 goes to Little Mo.
Okay.
Little Mo, the first NFL game held inside State Farm Stadium
Yep.
was held in 2006. It was a preseason game.
Mhm.
Who did the Cardinals play in this preseason game? The Falcons, the Cowboys, or the Steelers?
Take one away.
I'm going to take away the Falcons. It's either the Cowboys or the Steelers.
The Steelers.
Go with the Steelers. Yes!
Yay.
Preseason game against the Steelers. Well played.
Obviously, I
Dustin.
did that.
Yeah, of course.
Take
you did.
one.
When Russell played the Cardinals, when the Seahawks played the Cardinals in Arizona in 2017, how many times was Russell Wilson sacked in that game? 3, 4, or 5?
Oh, jeez.
Was not. We had one Achilles torn though. Yeah, I remember that.
Okay.
We'll just say that was 2017.
You did.
Take one away.
Okay, it's either 4 or 5.
4. Stay 4.
He's going to stay safe. No, it was 5.
Oh.
Well, this is
bullshit.
interesting because
Well, Dustin does have 1 point because he answered it for Will. There you go.
half a point. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Will with 2, Lil Mo with 1, Dustin with none, but that's okay because it's time for the final question. Final question, high, low, close without going over. Gets it. The order is pretty self-explanatory. Dustin, Little Mo, and Will. So it is a number.
Nuh-uh.
And it has to do with this game. Has to do with that wonderful 6-6 tie that we love talking about in here. That late night tie. And what I know is how many passing yards did Carson Palmer have in that game? How many
-20.
passing yards did Carson Palmer
A
have
lot
that
in
game,
between the
Dustin?
20s.
Just straight passing yards or net passing yards? Do we
Passing
take away?
yards.
Okay, so we
That's
don't
all
take
you
away
just
any
said.
yards.
Just passing
Dustin.
yards.
Couldn't have been a lot. There's not a lot happening.
Well, according to Mark, there's 400 yards. So I don't know.
Yeah, 4,000. And no. I was gonna say 150.
Let's see.
Dustin says 150. Lil Mo.
183. I don't know why it just tucked in
150,
my head. Why when you asked
183.
the
Little
question?
Mo. Will.
You say 83 or 183?
183. 150, 183.
Okay. 212.
212.
There you go. Barefoot.
The actual number of passing yards. Stats and Mark would be proud. 342
What?
in a 6-6 game.
Playing that one. to
What?
me.
I don't know. You tell me. They must have run for -4 yards.
They did play 5 quarters. I don't.
Yeah, and between the 20s, as Mark would tell me, Mark would say. But guess what? That means Little Mo or Will.
Well,
Little
I
Will.
keep
Little
calling you
Will.
Little Will. Little Wilmo, boy.
I don't look like
One,
him.
y'all.
I
He has
don't look
hair.
like him.
Little Will in the house. Will, congratulations. You are the 12-man Fan Jam Show halftime trivia champion of the world.
Yeah.
Yes. Congratulations,
congrats.
Will. Little Will,
Thank
Big
you.
Will. Any Will you want.
Big Willie style.
Do Will ever you want, Will. Congratulations.
Yeah, get jiggy with it.
Get jiggy with it. Nah. And
Too white.
we are coming back after this. This has been a wonderful, gut-wrenching, head-swelling.
Wet willying.
What? At least that was a verb.
Kind
Kind of a
of.
verb that time.
Kind of.
Dustin assisting.
Dustin
Yeah.
assisting.
Octopus testicles. Tentacles.
Oh, tentacles. Wow. Okay.
Testicles
Episode of your 12-man Fan Jam Show halftime trivia
of the world.
of the world. Yeah, God help us. We might be back for the second half.
We might not be.
We might not
Yeah.
be. I don't know.
You are watching the 12-man Fan Jam Show, a Seahawk Positivity production. Holy shit, it's the third quarter!
Yeah, welcome to the second half, boy, of the 12-man Fan Jam Show. We got little Will. We got little Mo. We got even littler Dustin, and we got me, Southport Trevor Moses of the St. Paul Allen Seahawk.
Yeah.
The St. Paul Allen Church Seahawk Positivity, yo. Seahawks playing the Cardinals. Check it out. 4:25 on Sunday on the
Everybody
East Coast.
clicked off.
Yeah, probably 125. They probably both did. Yes, 125 on the East Coast, and in England we're gonna guess around 1942. So
1776.
as
20
usual,
o'clock.
yeah, so 20 o'clock. As usual, when we start third quarter, I like to eat something from the team's area that they're from. And hey, Moses, what you eating?
What's up? What you eating there?
Hey Moses, what you eating?
Well, I'm kind of cheating today because I went back to what they were serving before, which is chimichangas. But I have a question for you about chimichangas, which are supposed to come from Arizona. A beef, bean, and cheese chimichanga, to be specific. But what's the difference between a beef, bean, and cheese burrito, a beef, bean, and cheese chimichanga, and a beef, bean, and cheese soft taco? Is there any
Is this a
difference?
joke or are you asking a real question?
I'm
A
asking
couple
a
of
real
bucks.
question.
Oh.
Because my theory is it's just the same crap with different names.
I know Deadpool likes chimichangas the most, so that's probably the main difference.
But
That's
what's
helpful.
the difference between a chimichanga and a burrito?
As the burrito deep fried, I know what chimichanga is.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, maybe.
You're wise, Dustin.
I like food.
Yeah, I gotta eat it. Sorry. Yummy.
Very
Sorry.
tasty.
Uh-oh.
Very
He's
good.
eating his cold. So
What was
Yeah.
there mayo in it?
Maple?
that would have been a good idea. No,
No,
there's no
no
mayo. I should have
no
put
mayo.
some in.
Yeah, you're gonna have to start sneaking stuff like
Absolutely
that.
no
in his food.
mayo in it.
He would kill me.
Only if he caught you.
I would not kill you. I'd make you suffer for your pain. But
Death would be too easy of a punishment.
you can't kill him. Did you kill him dead? He can't be killed any other way, can he? Are you hurt bad? Not hurt good. That was good. So chimichangas, if you're thinking about food about Arizona, suppose that's where chimichangas started. So we're gonna move on now to the injury report for this game between the Seahawks and the Cardinals by turning to our resident doctor, Dr. Dustin, with the 12-man Fan Jam Show injury report. Dr. Dustin, tell us the news.
All right, yeah. So it's I don't know, kind of interesting. The Cardinals had have more players or have less players out than the Seahawks, but have more players questionable. At this point in the season, neither team's really all that healthy, I guess. So for the Cardinals, they have out outside linebacker DJ Humphries with a knee injury. I do believe he tore his Achilles or his ACL. I want to say last game.
Wait,
so
what position did you say?
Perineum.
Says outside linebacker or offensive line. Sorry.
I was gonna say he's the tackle.
Yeah, I'm thinking of a different guy. Sorry.
He's moonlighting.
I was thinking Dante Stills. He's the next one. He's out. Defensive lineman Dante Stills. He's the one that tore his ACL. I apologize. Got my lineman mixed up there. And then cornerback Garrett Williams is out with an ankle injury. Questionable for their team this week. Linebacker Dennis Gardick has a knee injury. Safety Andre Chachiri, whatever. Shoulder hurts. Yeah, Chechnya. His shoulder hurts. Linebacker Victor Dumakiji is not getting any easier. He's got a foot injury.
Victor Benyama. Oh wait, that's
yeah. Defensive lineman Leaky Photo has a hand injury.
A leaky photo.
There are worse names out there.
Wow.
There are. Yep, he's out. Wide receiver Zach Pascal has a hamstring injury, and then offensive lineman Elijah Wilkinson has a illness. It's undisclosed, but he's questionable. On to the Seahawks now. We have 4 players that are out for sure. 2 offensive linemen. We have Abraham Lucas with his knee that he's dealing with, and Phil Haynes with a toe that he's dealing with. Mario Edwards has a knee injury he's still dealing with. He's out. And Kenny McIntosh has a thumb injury that just happened. He just got listed today on the injury report. He was fine before that. So
DS good season, baby.
Yeah, he's on the IR. Him and Jamal Adams both got listed on the IR.
Yeah.
So,
Dang it.
yeah, neither one of them are playing either. And then questionable for the Seahawks, another offensive lineman. Jason Peters has a foot injury. Nick Ballore has a knee injury he's been dealing with. Jared Reed also has been dealing with a knee injury. And then Jordan Brooks hurt his ankle against the Titans and has been bothering him ever since. And so, yeah, those are the questionables. Yeah, that's everything. Like I said, they're walking wounded right now at this point in the season.
They are at that time of year. Yep. But I'm sorry. Leaky Photo just caught me. I'll tell you a story about something funny. When we took Abby, my dog, to the vet, and Jake was with his mom over the other side of the room, and I'm looking at the doctor right in the eyes, right, and she's telling me about Abby, and she said, "Your dog has an inverted vulva." And when that came out, I heard his mom go, "Whoop."
That's me.
And
I did that.
I'm staring right at the doctor, and I'm like, I'm inside, I'm crying, I'm laughing so hard. And I'm trying to keep a straight face. I'm going, hold my breath, because it went like this. Abby has an inverted vulva.
Just to be clear, we were playing a game
up there.
Just to be clear, we were playing a game on her phone, and something funny happened.
But it just happened to be at the right time, and I'm like trying not to laugh because the timing was brilliant. But anyway, enough of that. We're not going to do fashion injury report because Matt's not here. 2 things: it's indoors, and none of us are going, so we don't care. So Earl took
throw a Seahawk jersey over it, and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
But we do have Bricks picks from
Statsman
Mark. Yes, so Statsman Mark, we do have Bricks picks. All right, Bricks picks last week. He was 1-2, which keeps his record of 16-32, winning 1 out of every 3 possible matchups.
He's been 1-2 every single week this year.
It feels like it. Yeah. This week he has the Buccaneers giving 4.5 points. Buccaneers are minus 4.5 at Carolina. That's pretty good bet. I would think. Titans plus 3.5 at the Colts. That's interesting. And the over and under, he said, take the over with Miami and Buffalo. So again, Buccaneers minus 4 at Carolina, Titans plus 3.5 at the Colts, and over in the Miami Buffalo game at 49. Remember, take these, if you can't tell by his wonderful 16-32 record, take these and anything we say on this show with a grain of salt. Don't take any of this seriously, especially his Bricks picks. But so we want to thank Mark again for bringing Bricks picks all season long. And he's doing well. I talk to him occasionally, about once a week, and I know Dustin has as well. He's doing great. Just trying to find a way to be back on the show. He misses us all. We miss him. So Statsman Mark, buddy, we hope that we know you're doing well and keep doing you, my man. Yeah. So
he was alive.
And now, it's time to go to church.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is my mom getting married again?
No.
Not as far as you know.
Oh, okay.
Yes, this is your self-appointed Reverend Moses of the St. Paul Island Church Seahawk Positivity. How are you all doing this evening, gentlemen?
Doing well.
Great.
Doing well. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yay.
You're about as excited as the team was playing the Steelers last week.
I love church.
Well, my brother, and like Statsman Mark, when he runs out of tokens, we are no longer in charge of our own destiny, but I digress. Our church organist, Cleolana, has not taken last week's defeat very well. She been walking around with her head down, shuffling her feet from place to place like a sad little penguin of despair. It's really disgusting. She could use to cheering up this week, and I could use some more Ambien because I've given her just about all I have. But I will press on, friends. I'm so glad to be here as we continue to move forward to the promised land, and as we move on, we are reminded we're always basking in that warm glow of Seahawk positivity. Reading from the book of the 2023 NFL season, chapter 17, verses 7 to 12. Saddened but not deterred from our goal, we move southward and head into the land of deserts and chimichangas. We are met home with 5-inch red finches. They tried to be angry birds, but under the glow of Seahawk positivity, they did find their wings clipped and did fall in despair. Yes, this is the power. Can you feel the power of Seahawk positivity? If you can't, let's hear an amen nice and loud.
I'm in.
Somebody's in. The rest of you can care less. If you believe in the power, they give our offense the ability to score more than Linda Carter at a Wonder Woman convention. Let's hear.
Ooh.
I'm in nice and loud.
I'm in.
Yes, and if you believe in our power to give the defense the ability to make Kyler Murray go run home with his mama crying like the little 3-year-old he looks like. Let's hear what I am, man, nice and loud.
I am in.
Yes. We're loud and proud, my 12s. It's Arizona. They care almost about the NFL as they do care about buying salt for their driveways in the wintertime. They just don't care. Land of retired people and scorpions. You remember the Scorpions? Yeah. Great music, the Scorpions.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, rock you like a hurricane. But, as far as insects, they're dirty little bastards. They look like wasps and crabs had sex. It's just disgusting.
And they show up in UV lights.
Oh, they're disgusting. And they're gross. They're gross. They're just gross. It's been yourself, for Reverend Moses, the St. Paul Island Church Seahawk Positivity. Go forth, my brother. Go forth and please spread the good word of Seahawk Positivity. Praise Large, praise Cortez Kennedy, praise Walter Jones, praise Kenny Eastley. And as always, go Hawks. We'll be back with your prognostications, game balls, and predictions for that game between your Seahawks and those Arizona Cardinals. And that coming up right after this.
You are watching the 12-Man Fan Jam Show, a Seahawk Positivity production. It's the fourth quarter, bitches.
Yes, welcome to the fourth and final quarter of your 12-Man Fan Jam Show. Cardinals and Seahawks this Sunday at 4:25 p.m. For the East Coasters. West Coasters 1:25 p.m. England, I don't know. Look it up.
1776.
Cardinals are 3.5. The Seahawks are 3.5. 3-point under. Seahawks are favored by 3 points. The over-under is 47.5. But before we do all that, I like to start the fourth quarter with a drink from the place we're playing. And hey, Moses, what you drinking?
Son of a bitch! Come here, Dave.
Hey Moses, what you drinking?
Yeah, thanks for asking. For
Margarita.
for asking. Well, I think I had margaritas last time, or I had I know I had from Arizona last time, but they're also known for their lemonade. So I figured, why not get lemonade stand wine?
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
yeah. This should be.
You had Arizona iced tea last time.
Open.
I had iced tea. Yeah, see, screw top. I mean, that's that's a sign of class right there.
You forgot the paper bag,
right?
Why do you need to pour it? Just
a little mezcal.
In case anybody else in the family wants to drink it.
So I've got this really cool wine glass. Look at that.
Oh, that is fancy.
Ooh.
All right. This is to Little Will.
He's just chugging the wine. Somebody would be like smelling it and like tipping it.
You want to smell this garbage?
How much was it? Was it like a $5 wine?
89 cents.
They should just call it vinegar. They really should just call it vinegar. It's not. There's no lemon to it. It's just vinegar. It's vinegar and water, basically.
Yummy.
Delicious.
Yummy.
That's a thumbs down. All right. Something else we do in the fourth quarter before we make our predictions, prognostications, and game balls is we have Little Mo simulate the game on the Little Mo Madden Challenge. All right, Little Mo. Last week, what we got blown out last week on Madden, did we not?
Yeah, and it felt like that. So
yeah, it felt like right. So it's pretty good. So what do you got for us this week?
Alrighty. So the Cardinals.
Wait, real quick, just to review. He simulates the game on his Xbox. He doesn't play it. He puts players in. He simulates the game, and then he watches it and tells about highlights. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. You may proceed.
Thanks, officer.
Yes.
The Cardinals make a 42-yard field goal, makes the score 3-0 to start the game. Kyler Murray, a 5-yard rushing touchdown, makes the score 10-0.
And we're already going, well, what are you doing after the season? Well,
Jason Myers makes a 52-yard field goal. I know, 52 yards, 10-3. It's 10-3 at halftime. So snot knocker going on here. Yeah. The Cardinals make a 21-yard field goal, makes the score 13-3. Geno Smith passed to JSN for 11-yard touchdown, makes it 13-10, start of the fourth quarter.
No.
1-yard rushing touchdown by Zach Charbonnet, makes the score 17-13 Seahawks. And that would be your final score, 17-13 Seahawks.
Yay!
And a real snap knocker.
Yeah.
Geno Smith passing 24 of 32 for 200 yards and 1 touchdown. Kyler Murray, 21 of 30, 209 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Kenneth Walker, 14 rushes for 65 yards. Kyler Murray, 11 rushes for 43 yards and a touchdown. James Conner also had 10 rushes for 42 yards. So they ran all over us. Receiving, Tyler Lockett, 7 receptions for 73 yards. JSN had a receiving touchdown. And then for the Cardinals, Michael Wilson, 7 receptions for 101 yards.
Ooh.
Leading tackler was Zaven Collins for the Cardinals. He also had a sack. Bobby Wagner led the team in tackles. And then, get ready for this. A sack for Draymond Jones, Darrell Taylor, Jaron Reed, Bobby Wagner, and Boye Mafe.
5 sacks for the Seahawks.
5 sacks.
Nice.
I'll write that down.
No turnovers.
That'd be great if that happened. All right.
5 different people, too, by the way.
Yeah, 5 different people. That's pretty cool. All right. Very good. Well, let's hope that happens. 17. I'll take a victory. And then hopefully the Bears can do some miracle at Lambeau, but we'll see. Again, I guess we should have said that. Seahawks win, and the Bears have to win for us to get in. Packers lose, Seahawks win. Lose. That's the only thing we're worried about is just winning and hoping the Packers lose.
Again.
Yep, same thing last year.
Yeah. Yep, always. Again, it's right. That's so funny. All right, so here's what we think is going to happen in this game. First, team 12 Jose 28-20 Seahawks. Prognostication: we sack Dustin's body double at least 3 times. I'm just reading.
Nice.
Game ball Jerron Reed with at least 1 sack of the little person. Also, go Bears. Mike, going with the usual pattern that they beat us at home and we beat them at theirs. Hawks 26, Nards 23. Game ball to JSN. Prognostication: Myers makes at least 3 field goals, and Little Mo says he sucks 3 times.
He sucks.
Done. Chris, Hawks 27, Cardinals 17. Prognostication: Hawks get 5 sacks, just like your game. Weird.
Wow.
Game ball to DK. This is the way. Andy, Hawks 35, Charge 24. Games ball to Witherspoon. Prognostication: all 5 TDs from at least 4 different players. All right.
Ooh.
Jimmy, Hawks win a close one, 26-23, while simultaneously being eliminated. But this is not a playoff team yet. Prognostication: JSN with a touchdown, game ball to DK. Becky, 27-9, touchdown Lockett, game ball Wagner. Our side, Statsman Mark, Seahawks 23-20, Seahawks defense, 2 turnovers, game ball to Metcalf. Maddie, Seahawks 27, Cardinals 17, prognostication, 2 rushing touchdowns, game ball to Walker. Little Mo, what you got?
27-20 Seahawks.
All right.
Let's go with 3 or more sacks by the Seahawks. That good?
Okay. Yeah.
And then I'll go with DK Metcalf.
Is on the game?
DK Metcalf, ball of game.
Ball of game. To calf of Met. Hi, Dustin.
Hey,
how are you?
what's going on? Good. How are you?
Good. I know you're tired. You've been in the middle of the work week, so.
Yeah. I'll get through it.
Yeah.
I'll have over 100 hours this pay period. Yeah.
Money.
Yeah, busy.
Yeah, no kidding. What you got?
I'm gonna say Seahawks 31, Arizona 24.
Right.
I kind of wonder, just as a side note, I don't know what Kyler Murray's contract situation is, but I wonder if this might be his last game as a Cardinal.
A lot of money.
Things are not going well there, though.
No,
so,
they're not.
They have a top pick, too.
Yeah.
They can take a quarterback if they want to.
Yeah, kind of curious about that.
That's interesting.
Yeah, anyways, I'm going to say prognostication-wise, I don't feel like it matters, to be honest.
Back to you.
Nothing else matters.
Let's say Ken Walker rushes for over 100 yards and gets a game ball. And yeah, I almost kind of, to be honest, just for draft pick wise and the fact that I don't care to watch Seattle lose, because they're not going to win in a playoff game. It's not going to happen because they're going to be the last seed getting in, right? And who are they going to end up playing? Would it be San Francisco or?
No, Dallas right now. It's Dallas or the Eagles, whoever wins that division.
Yep. Okay.
I think, Lions. Lions also in that somewhere. It's one of those 3.
Yeah, I don't see it going well. Rather have the better draft spot. So I guess I'm going to say go Packers.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
This is the Seahawks Positivity Channel.
I am positive they will lose the playoff game.
Will, I like it. Yo, little Will, what you got? What you got? What's up?
I don't want to be here.
Let's go 31-27 Seahawks. Game ball DK. And prognostication, we haven't had a pick 6 in a while. Let's get one of those.
That would be, I like those.
Pick 6.
Sorry, Devin Witherspoon.
31-27. Happy birthday to me.
When is your birthday?
Oh, yeah.
Sunday. And Dustin, yours is Sunday as well?
Monday.
Yeah, you guys are back to back.
Oh,
and
Monday?
then UW's going to win the
Birthday.
championship, baby.
Happy birthday, yo. All right. It's my turn. Check it out.
No.
Okay. After seeing the promise of the postseason square in our hands, we managed to squeeze it too hard and have it slip right between our fingers. So now the Seahawks have to get help and make it to the postseason. But first things first, they have to beat the Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
Head coach Jonathan Gannon Seen here trying to explain to the Cardinal fans why he's letting a 6-year-old quarterback on his football team. Has had a rough start to his head coaching career, but it is the Cardinals. I mean, who doesn't have a rough time starting their career coaching there, right?
Right.
The Cardinal offense is led by, of course, boy toy Kyler Murray. Seen here stealing an outfit from his little sister's Ken doll arrangement for an award ceremony. Kyler is a threat to run, and it's effective not only because he's elusive, but when he does run, he looks like a little 3-year-old stealing candy bar from his mother, and he looks just adorable. I mean, see this? Sticks the ball out and runs. I mean, how could you tackle the little Dickens? He's so cute. Cardinals are 2-5 at home and giving up an average of 31 points a game at home. Talk about being hospitable guests. But the 5-inch red Finches would like to do nothing more than spoil the Seahawks postseason plans. Not this week.
Steelers already did it. Joke's on you.
Watch the Seahawks. Watch the Seahawks defense score points. A safety, a pick six, something. Watch my game ball DK Metcalf play big because big players make big plays in big games.
Though it won't matter even if the Packers win.
Bear luck next year, Arizona, or the year after, or well, you're used to it. Seahawks win 27-21. Book it.
So let it be booked.
All right. That means this show is coming to an end. We'd like to thank everyone for joining us and hanging out with us during this time. We hope you learned something or you might have had a little giggle. I don't know. On behalf of Satsman Mark and Maddie from Old England, little Mo, little Will, and little Dustin, this is your little Reverend Moses of St. Paul Island Church Seahawk Positivity saying until next time, and as always, go Hawks.
And go Hawks.
Go Hawks.
Cards for sorrow, cards for pain.
Go Hawks.
Cards for sorrow, cards for pain.